Hey Capricorn, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing well. Apologies for being so delayed on this series of readings for the full moon in Sagittarius that actually just started yesterday. The energy is still strong even 3 days after the full moon, so this will go through the weekend. So it's not that I'm that late. I just, prefer to have the majority of the signs done sooner, but I have been suffering from bad sinuses and on, medications. And of course, I have an ENT appointment. It was supposed to be today, but it got moved till next week. So I am feeling better, but I'm ready to get to the ENT and try and get a solution that'll work moving forward. Okay, so um, this reading is going to be a little bit of a head trip. So if you need to, go ahead and pause, hit the pause button before you, get any further into the reading. Grab your popcorn, grab your drink, grab whatever you need to get settled in and buckle up. So this one's going to be interesting. So let me start off by saying, the full moon in Sagittarius obviously started yesterday on the 23rd. I am recording this on the 24th. Hoping to get this out tonight, but depends on how long the upload takes and for it to be processed. So if not, it will be Saturday morning on the 25th. But I am actually recording this Friday the 24th. All right. This full moon in Sagittarius, it's also known as the flower moon, and this symbolizes growth, discovery, and the pursuit of truth. And I will say some of these readings that I've been doing for the signs are getting a little intense. Usually they do, but this reading is probably one of the most intense I've had. And I actually was here really early this morning, probably around 4:30 in the morning, starting to pull the energy and work with it. And of course I had to work, I had to mow the lawn and all that. So I walked away, but throughout the day I kept thinking about the energy I was pulling, and just sat down tonight to finish meditating on it. So here we go. So the 3 tokens that came out for you, one was the toxic hazard symbol. This landed right in between career and finance. Okay. That token symbolizes a toxic situation, toxic person, toxic job, toxic career. Let me just make sure here. Yeah. Situation, person, place, job. Okay. The next token that came out was the coffee cup. And this is, it landed on love. And so this symbolizes waking up your senses. You know what it's like if you drink coffee, and then you smell that coffee brewing in the morning, and then you have that first sip. It's kind of like, you're waking up, your senses are waking up. So that's what this is symbolizing for the love. The third token that came out was the alarm clock. See that? That came out on blessing. So that's about, having a wake-up call. Okay? All right. So let's get into this. What I'm feeling is that I'm talking to somebody who was very much focused on career. Their head was down, working, staying busy, and they didn't have anything going on with their love life, okay? Because basically you were focusing on work. So the love life, there was no action. It was silent. There was nothing going on for you. And it wasn't saying, you know, and I'm not saying it's because you didn't want it. It was just because you were focused on work and there just wasn't any action in your love life at that time. For all I know, you may have been starting a new job. And if you start a new job with a new company, you know, it can be a little overwhelming because, you know, you're learning the job, you're learning the new processes of the company. So you're busy, you're head down, you're focusing because, you know, this is your livelihood. This is how you make your money. This is how you live. This is how you survive. So you were putting all your time and energy into your career, making, you know, your money. You had somebody come into your life during the time you were head down focusing on your career. Okay, what's interesting about this is that this person that came into your life, it was actually a fated meeting. So this is something that was part of your path, and it was part of your path for a reason, which I'll get into here in a minute. This person was somebody that you connected with. Okay, I feel like this person connected with you, and it was basically just with the Two of Cups, just it was a connection. Okay, it's not saying, you know, it was a marriage or anything like that. It was just a fated meeting that was on your path for basically you and this person to meet. And it was obviously a connection where two people not only were supposed to learn from each other, but also it was this person's mission to get you to trust them. Okay, so you have the Hierophant and the Eight of Cups. So this fated connection, this fated meeting was a connection that this person, it was their goal that they were, you know, working hard to do, and they were not going to give up on, was to make you trust them. But at the same time, the person that came into your life, now whether it's masculine or feminine, now through this reading, it does appear to me that it was a masculine approaching a feminine that was head down. The feminine was head down in her career working, and you didn't have any action going on with your love life. This person knew that. Now, how they knew that, I don't know. They may have been watching. I don't know. It's a little bit of a mystery. So they may have been watching, or they may have, you know, reached out, or maybe they saw you on social media and they could just kind of sense and tell that, you know, you were all about work and you didn't have anything going on in your love life. And so that's, you know, where they decided, okay, well, this will be a target for me, basically. Before I get into this person, when they approached you, it was like, now whether they approached you online and it was a picture, I feel for the majority of you, it was somebody that approached you online and shared a picture of themselves with you. There could be a handful of you that this person you actually met in person. But I do feel the majority of you did not meet in person. They approached you via, internet and sending you a picture, showing a picture of themselves. And so when you saw this and this person reached out to you, it was like a magnetic, attraction. You were in awe of like the beauty or the handsomeness of this person. And it also felt good because they were stirring up new love feelings, which is what that was their intent, was to stir you and make you get in your feelings, to get you to open up, because you were, there was no action in your love life. So if somebody approaches you and, it's, the attraction feels really magnetic, because it's, it might have been like the outside of this person might have been somebody that you would automatically have been attracted to, right? We all have types, whether it's somebody who's tall, dark hair, handsome, or, a female that's blonde with big boobs. It was somebody that you would have considered your type, that you would have been drawn to. And so it felt really good because you're like, wow, this is awesome. This person is totally my type. And not only is this person totally my type, but dang, they make me feel good. This feels good, having, something new that is exciting and feels like love is in the air. This feels really good, right? Why wouldn't it feel good to somebody, right? If you're busy, head down in your work, and I don't want to say that your job, was toxic, but you may have been so busy to where maybe you weren't quite having work-life balance. And so by this person sliding in to your life, it was almost like, wow, I didn't even have to look for this person. This person found me. Even better, right? Who wouldn't think that if the knight in shining armor, shows up on your doorstep, or, shows up in your email, or DMs you off Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you have. It's almost like, the universe just dropping this, right in your lap. So it felt really good. Let me pause you. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Capricorn, I'm back. Sorry about that. Thanks. I just needed to get a sip of water. I was getting really thirsty. So before I get into any more details on this side with what I was able to pull on this particular person, let's jump over to the coffee cup and the love. So this person ended up approaching you to talk and to kind of get you on the same page with them, right? So it was almost like maybe a little bit of an interview, right? They reached out. You felt this magnetic attraction because you're like, wow, this is my type. This person is my type. Wow. Handsome or beautiful. Take it as it resonates. Like I said, to me, the cards are showing it was a masculine reaching to a feminine, but it could very well be reversed. Okay. So place parties where it fits to the situation. But to keep the story straight, I'm kind of, rolling with the fact that it was a masculine approaching a feminine. And what they were doing was they were, asking you questions. They were talking to you, showing genuine interest, right? What feminine doesn't want a masculine that's not only their type to show interest and actually ask questions and get to know them, right? What they were doing is with the Three of Pentacles, they were trying to collaborate with you. They wanted to make it to where they were building something with you, right? Something they wanted to kind of get off the ground. They really wanted to get to know you. With the Star and the Hermit in reverse, this person was almost making you feel as if they were approaching you to help you, to give you hope. And with the Hermit in reverse, they didn't want you to mistrust them, okay? So they wanted to make sure that you trusted them, right? By trying to ask questions and build with the Three of Pentacles. You know, I'm on your team. I'm really into you. I really want to get to know you. Oh, by the way, we can, you know, let's collaborate. Let's, you know, they may have even approached you about a financial opportunity. And that's why they didn't want you to mistrust them. And they wanted to make it look like, you know, they were there to be healing and help you out, right? Kind of like also helping them out. So it's two people coming together to collaborate, become a team. And oh, by the way, I mean, it's a magnetic attraction. So, you know, of course, you know, with your head down, busy in work and no love going on in your life, and this happens to drop in your lap, you know, you started to take a look at it. Now I'm going to jump back over here. So this person is actually a player, okay? They're playing you. Basically, this person was a swindler. And you didn't know that right from the beginning. It just, I don't believe it was something that even crossed your mind at first. Because this person, you know, swindlers are good, right? They're going to come in, they're going to make you feel that you can trust them. You're on the same team. We're going to collaborate. I'm getting to know you. And if you were here's the thing though, if you were asking them questions, they were not telling you the truth. You may have been telling them the truth. So if they asked, hey, you know, what's your favorite flower? You know, just things like that, right? You know, what's your favorite food? You were telling them. And you were probably asking them questions as well. The difference was they were not telling you the truth, but they wanted to make sure you were going to trust them and that you know, we're going to see them as this star, right? This shining star, this hope, and they're there to, you know, work with you and help you. And oh, by the way, you know, you'll be helping them. So it's a team effort, right? We're here to work together. But because this person was a player, all right, and then now I'm going to jump over here before I get back over here. This person was a player, they were a swindler, and you didn't know this. What ended up happening was it ended up becoming an addiction for you, right? Because this person, sorry, there's like a little bit of a glare. this person was making you feel good. So you got really addicted to that feel good sensation that you weren't having. So it felt good. But you kept talking to this person and you were the only one with the Seven of Pentacles. You were the only one putting the actual effort into this particular situation. You were the single one doing it. Now, they were doing the talking, but they were actually having you do all the work in this connection. And with the coffee cup, your senses needed to be awake so you could get out of the illusion of what this person was feeding you, because you were the only one putting in the work, and it became an addiction because it was a feel good. This person knew how to make you feel good. What they were doing is not only with you, they were doing this same spiel to multiple women at the same time. That's what swindlers do. They're good. They're not there just to fool with you, to get your time, your energy, and your money. They're there. It's a career for them to do this with multiple people. You know, they're degrading women. They're humiliating them by, lying to them about making them feel complete and that they're devoted to them, making them feel happy, and they're doing it like I was saying, to multiple people, degrading them, humiliating them, and lying about making these women feel complete and that they were devoted to that one person. They were doing the same thing to everybody. Judgment came out. We had the Ace of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Moon. So this person was calculating, okay? Every move they were making was calculated with every one of these extra women they were doing this with. Now, I can't tell you how many it was, but it was multiple other women at the same time. They were wanting to make sure that they were going to be successful in juggling all these multiple women saying the same thing, making them all feel loved. They're the only one. Let's, we're going to meet up. I'm going to travel towards you. I'll get down here in this section in a minute. And what they were trying to do is to make sure it remained a secret and that it wasn't going to come out, right? So they were going to be able to continue to do this with multiple women for God knows how long. This person was making a career out of it, and it was their intent to make sure that they remained calculating to be successful in juggling all these women and keeping it a secret, okay? That was their goal, while they were getting time energy, and money. What they were doing, because when I clarified, what I was trying to do was to find out if it was, related to money, or was this somebody who was just a player coming in and having sex with multiple, women. I kept struggling to get the answer, and I finally, asked about the finance section, and I ended up getting the Chariot and the Nine of Cups. So yes, this person wanted to have control over your finances. They wanted, the Chariot is a fast energy, so they wanted to make sure they could move quickly to control your financials, because they saw you were a hard worker. You didn't have anybody else in your life. They're like, that's all this person does. Capricorns are about work. They're hard workers. So, they saw this, and it was a target for them because you would be able to fulfill their wish fulfillment with the luxuries that they wanted. So you were obviously providing money to this person, and that was their goal. Like I was saying, was to control your finances, control you first to get you to trust them, then control your finances so they could have their way, their wish fulfillment, and do what they wanted with the money, while, here you were stuck in an illusion of doing all this work, and it was an addiction, because all this person needed to do was to make you feel good, make you feel loved, make you feel that you had somebody you could trust in. And that's their job. And that's where it comes into them humiliating women and degrading them, right? By making them feel like they're this beautiful, butterfly, and they're special and they're unique and this and that. And that's, that's what they do. When we get to the wake-up call with the alarm clock on the blessing, synchronicities and travel came out. So what was happening here is you started to wake up to the synchronicities that your spirit team, universe, your guides, your own intuition, whatever it is you believe in, you were starting to get these synchronicities, because I think this person kept saying they were going to come travel to see you, right? They were going to travel your way. You were going to meet up. You two were going to be, a partner. You were going to get married. Whatever lines that this person fed you, they were telling you multiple times. And then what would happen is this person would not actually travel to come see you. And this probably happened a couple of times. And again, with, you being stuck in the illusion of feeling good and feeling addicted to how they were making you feel, you got caught up in a couple of these excuses this person was giving you. And so this is where the healing started for you, okay? The healing with the Seven of Cups was to heal and come out of the wishful thinking and the illusions this person was selling you. So what was happening is they were selling you an illusion, and you were paying for an illusion, so to speak, right? And this happens all the time. Swindlers, scammers, this stuff has only progressed and gotten worse. And it's sad. It happens a lot. And it even happens to people that people will legitimately target somebody they know that is, empathetic to whatever stories they feed to them, and people who care. They target those people because they know those people have feelings. The difference is these swindlers and scammers do not have feelings. So it's their intent to go after people who do have feelings, because then they're going to be able to twist your feelings to make you feel good and make you think that, you two are going to travel together, or they're going to come travel to see you. But what happened was your spirit team came in to protect you, okay? That's where the synchronicities were coming in. They're saying, hey, you know what? We need you to understand with the deja vu card and the extreme card, and they're both very similar in color. They're very dark, in color. It's very shadowy. And your spirit team was helping you with synchronicities to make you say, hey, how many more excuses is this person going to give you about why they can't travel towards you? So they're going to tell you they're going to come travel. You're going to meet up. You're going to see this person. You're going to collaborate. You're going to get married. You're going to date. You're going to live in this big house together because of, maybe you gave them money for them to invest, and, the investment has grown. So we're going to be able to stop working. We're going to live this lavish life, all these stories that they tell. And your spirit team was like, hey, this person has told you a couple of excuses as to why they can't show up. We need you to wake up so you don't make any, erratic decisions anymore, with, giving this person more money, more time, more energy. Don't allow them to take away from you and, your career, and, you getting away from this person so you can actually meet somebody for, true love, real true love. Because the swindler, they're doing what they're good at. They're doing their job. That's what they do. They make a job out of it. Here's what's interesting. So when you have this wake-up call and you start to notice the synchronicities and you start to say to yourself, yeah, this is kind of a repeating pattern. This person keeps coming up with excuses. So probably after the second or third time, you're like, okay, all right, there's something funky going on. Well, that was, your spirit team protecting you, because they were legitimately, with the World card, saying, hey, this person's probably at a distance from you, and we need you to complete, be complete with this, situation. We need you to have your wake-up call, which was a blessing. It was a blessing that your spirit team was able to get a hold of your attention before you got in any further and any deeper with this person. And before you know it, you would be bankrupt, right? Here's where it gets good though, okay? While this person was doing this to multiple people, degrading them and using them. Now, I don't know if this was you that caught something that you were able to turn into the police or the authorities. I don't know. Or if it was, just one of other multiple people. So because this player was so stuck in ego, stubborn, people have to understand, even when you go to a casino, you can have a winning streak. Of course you can. You can be good at poker. You can, even luck out by picking slot machines that, are going to pay out at a certain time. Sure, you can do that. But your luck is going to run out. At some point, your luck will run out. Somehow, somebody, whether it was you, I don't know, I couldn't get that because it was really tough for me to even find out if this person was, pulling financials from you. Because I was like, is it sex? Is it financials? What is this person? A player, I mean, at some point in time, all of us have dealt with a player who just wanted sex, right? I mean, it happens all the time. Men, women, it doesn't matter, right? But I was like, is this person, I was like trying to find out, is this person a scammer? Are they a swindler? This is what I really want to know. And so it was really hard for me to pull it out. And I finally, like I said, I was able to pull out for the finance area that yes, they were trying to control your finances for their luxuries and their, to have their wish fulfillment, to do what they wanted. Because they were so caught in ego doing this with so many women and on that winning streak, somebody, I don't know who, what, I, couldn't figure it out. All I know is that somebody ended up doing something, because this person is now, if they haven't already, it's about to happen. This person is about to be dealing with the legal system, and it's going to be a surprise to them. Okay, it's going to be a little sneak attack, right? The witchcraft came out. So it was their own karma, their own negativity that is coming back to bite them in their own ass. And it's going to be a surprise to them, because this person, is like, I'm on a winning streak. I'm, here I am, here I am. The Two of Pentacles, woo, I am juggling everybody. I got it all worked out. I am balancing. I got everybody right in line. I got them right where I want them. This is going to be a secret. I'm going to hide this, in the moon. And the moon said, oh, hell to the no. No. Surprise. This person's going to be dealing with some legal shit now. Oh, it's getting real. The tables are going to turn. If they haven't already, they're about to. They're about to. So here's the thing, though. Let's get back to the fated meeting real quick. So realistically, you two were supposed to meet for a reason. So this person had a career out of swindling and scamming people, okay? You had a habit of falling for illusions in love. And so the universe said, okay, we're going to have to put these two on each other's path so they both can learn a lesson. And both of you are, okay, you're I want to say learning your lesson, because you're already starting to heal. Your spirit team got a hold of you and made you realize, hey, this person keeps telling you they're going to come see you. They've told you 3 stories, yet, they're still asking for more money and they haven't shown up. So your spirit team was like, we're going to start, making sure you get these synchronicities so you start waking up. So you're already starting to learn your lesson, okay? And the lesson is to wake up to your senses in love and don't believe stories that people tell you. You have to have healthy boundaries, and you need to make sure that if these people are going to tell you that they're going to come see you, or that they're going to do X, Y, and Z, all talk is talk. You need to make sure that, when the guy shows up with the candy van and says, hey, psst, come in here, I got some candy for you. It's going to be fantastic. It's the best kind of candy you'll ever taste in your whole life. That's when you, instead of getting in the van, you say, hold up. Let me see the goods, please. Let me see that candy before I get in the van. Okay. So that was kind of like your lesson in this, because, you know, it's sad. It's sad that people who are good-hearted, who are empathetic, get taken advantage of. You would think it shouldn't be that way. I agree, but it happens. I've had something like this happen to me before too. So don't feel bad about it. You know, you're a good person. You will have good karma coming to you in the future, right? Because you legitimately didn't do anything illegal or wrong. You just fell for somebody who took an advantage of you. Now, this person, their karma's different because their intention was to come in and lie. Their intention was to use you. You didn't have that intention. You had your heart in this, legitimately your heart, where they were pretending to use their heart and, you know, lying to you. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to just, you know, kind of get an idea of what this person's lesson was. Now, I have cards everywhere. You should have seen me. I was like, give me the story on this mofo. I want to know everything on this. So this person, so their lesson, okay, they had the devil come out, the 8 of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. So this person's lesson is that they have a shadow side. They are toxic. They have devil energy. Clearly, we all know this. The legal system knows this, which is why it's going to be quite a surprise when you know, authorities unexpectedly show up at this person's doorstep, whatever it may be, because they were stuck in their, you know, ego thinking, oh, I got this, you know, I got everybody worked out, I'm juggling. Well, now they're going to have to face the toxic energy they were in. They are going to have to they're going to have to stand in front of the authorities, okay? They're going to have to try and defend the actions that they took, okay? And try to get themselves well, they're going to end up making themselves sick over this, okay? And I know that's a terrible thing to say. You know, like I said, when you're on a high and you're on a winning streak, you know, it feels good until you hit that low point. And this low point of, you know, them getting caught and them legitimately having to come in and race and rush and try to figure out, you know, how they're going to defend what it is they were doing, the actions they were taking. Now they're going to have to be like, basically be put in a timeout, okay? Because this person's probably going to end up in jail, all right? They're going to end up doing something. And so they're going to be having to sit, understanding their toxic ways, dealing with their shadow side, stuck in, you know, resting in a cell, you know, on a cot, basically, thinking about what it is that they've done and, you know, how are they going to change their ways, you know, because now they're going to be in a 4x4 cell, stuck with themselves and their own toxic energy, their own shadow side. Now they're going to have to sit and talk to their devil. So this is a lesson they need to learn. And yours was, you paid for illusions. So basically you paid for something you didn't actually get. And now, Spirit's saying, hey, before you hand the money over, you need to make sure you see the candy, right? So it was fated. You both needed to come together to learn a lesson. It's sucks that it happened like this, but this is what I tell people. If we don't learn our lessons from each person that we come across that we're supposed to learn a lesson from, I always try to explain to people, you can repeat that same cycle again. The problem is if you keep repeating the same lesson each time, it's going to get a little tougher. And so that's why the universe put you two together, right? Because this person had been getting away with stealing money and degrading women and making them feel humiliated, making them feel like they were clowns, embarrassing them, making them feel like they were loved, all while they were taking their money. And you kept falling, for people that were lying to you and selling you illusions. So you both were not learning your lessons. So the universe puts you two together, knowing full well that you two would probably clash, right? And crash and burn, because you two had repeatedly, gone through cycles, and this was the rough cycle for you. But it was rough enough to actually get you to wake up and, listen to your intuition, follow the signs and synchronicities, and say to yourself, wow, why do I keep repeating this pattern? This is getting, out of hand. It's getting, like erratic. I need to stop before what's the next, right? Because this person could have put you, in bankruptcy, which would not have been good. That would have been really tough. So now this person, hell, they're probably better off sitting in a jail cell. It's better than coming across a woman that might pop a cap in their butt. You know what I mean? I don't know. It could have gotten that worse. So at least they're, able to, reflect and sit and think about what it is they did. And who knows, maybe, eventually, they won't have to be in jail for forever, but it'll be long enough for them to sit with their own devil and work on their toxic ways. So, and I'm really sorry that, you even had to go through this, but please know you're not alone. This type of activity has really picked up, and even more so now as the years have gone on. It's sad, but it's true. And we really need to make sure that we are awake, right? So we don't have people coming in and telling us, lies just to sell us pipe dreams. It's really important. And so, I even share this message with, friends and family so they are aware that, the scamming and the swindlers, it's really gotten bad. And if you have any single friends that, you do worry about, that maybe they're letting you know that they're talking to somebody that they haven't met, you want to make sure that they're careful. So even if you share this to help them out, that would be very beneficial, I think, for us to spread the word and see that these people are out there and they're good at what they do, and they do target people that currently do not have anybody in their life where there hasn't been any action. That's what they're targeting, and also people who are empathetic, who will trust them. So let's pull a Moonology card for you and see what's in here for you to wrap this up. Whoops. And I do hope this was helpful for somebody. And again, like I said, this does not have to be just a masculine, scamming a feminine. It could very well be a feminine scamming a masculine. I'm just calling this out, like I said, because it's easier to tell the story rather than to keep saying, whether it was masculine or feminine. But please know that this goes both ways. Okay, that one must want to come out. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. I'm almost wondering, with the answers you need are coming, I almost feel like you're actually going to find out. You might very well find out yourself about this person and what happens to them. You never want to say, oh, I wish karma on this person, this and that. The best thing to do is to let it go. And if you're lucky, you get to witness this person facing their karma. And you might very well be the person that gets to witness this person facing karma. Who knows? I mean, this could end up on the news. I don't know. You might recognize, this person and it could hit the news. I don't know. Or, the authorities could reach out to you and interview you and get information from you about, what this person was doing and how much money they took from you. I don't know. They may interview you on this and talk to you. So keep that in mind. But like I say, we never want to wish karma on anybody. But if you're lucky, you'll get to witness it. And you might very well get to witness it because it looks like you're going to be getting some answers. So I know it wasn't the easiest reading, but it is an important reading. Even, if this wasn't you, like I said, please share, because we need to make sure we get the word out to everybody to be, to drink their coffee and wake up, or tea, or, have some sort of, drink that wakes you up, whatever you prefer, to make sure people are paying attention and not being suckered by these scammers and swindlers. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon.